Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We had a great trip to South Carolina and Georgia. Please do stick around because the return did not quite go as planned. Well, we've had a great time in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina, and we are now going to take the long drive back home to Cincinnati. So let's see what that trip looks like here. It says 10 hours and 13 minutes, but that's without charging. So let's see. Think a minute.
Please drive to the route shown. The next stopover is on a limited access road. Your route has multiple necessary charging stops.
Yes, I don't know that we'll go all the way to Columbia just because we'll probably need a bio break and it'll keep us from having to charge up. First stop I think is going to be, let me pull up the map, Walterboro. So we're gonna go ahead and stop in Walterboro at the Electrify America right here. Only 49 miles away. We have 79%. Start there, and they're going to add that's a stop.
It's changed.
Yeah, let's see what it says.
Now it has us stopping at two things that are not EA.
Let's just get going and we'll see how it goes. If we can stop at EA, we will because it's free. So we'll see how that goes. You find me in Walterboro, South Carolina at the Electrify America at a Walmart, and let's see what our speeds are here. So plug and charge worked great. $58, $60, $65. The battery is still pretty cool. So we're just gonna do a splash and dash here. One of the four charging units is down, it looks like. But I do want to thank EA and Walmart for putting the EA charging stations at the corner or the far periphery of the parking lot, and for having them perpendicular to where you drive in. And also Walmart's really upping their restroom game lately. I know that sounds crazy, but definitely clean and recently remodeled, so that is appreciated. On to Columbia. Unplug here. Both those are unavailable. We're at the 350. Plug and charge worked great. It looks like we're only getting 66, but again, that's the temperature of the battery without preconditioning, not EA's fault. And I did confirm it with the car scanner app that the charger is giving every bit of the charge that the car is asking for. So let's go ahead and stop. You see there, we charged 13 kilowatts in 13 minutes. So started at 58 and ended at 75. Let's get on down the road. You join us a mile and a half from our second charging stop. We'll be at the Walmart in Columbia. We have gone 93 miles, and though our efficiency has been 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, it's 64 degrees outside, the battery is up to 75 degrees minimum and 77 degrees Fahrenheit maximum. So we'll see what speeds we get. We're just at 31%. Ideally, we would be lower than that if we wanted the fastest speed, but we need to get from here in Columbia.
Please turn off at 103 to the right after half a mile towards Harbison Boulevard, and then keep right
all the way to Asheville. So stay tuned. We'll see how the charging goes. The charging has been flawless so far in this trip, knock wood, and so has plug and charge. Has been great. So let's see what the whole trip is. 989 miles, 3.3 miles per kilowatt
turn
hour.
off to the right, and then
Not
keep
bad.
right onto Harbison Boulevard.
Okay, Okay, here we are at Columbia. Let's try this with one hand. Plug and charge. Hey, what? I think this one's dead. I jinxed us. Okay, after the second attempt, the 150 kilowatt charger is working. We are charging at 106 kilowatts. It's probably a little slow because of the temperature. I had a nice chat with a gentleman who's driving his brand new EV9 from Canada to Florida, and actually on his way home, and loves it. So it's good to hear. Let's see what the rest of our trip looks like. Go here, go here. So this is where we are. It wants us to stay here for 15 minutes more and leave with 71%. And then that would get us an arrival at 10%. We may push that just a little bit, just to be, the route planning does work pretty well. And it does, we know for a fact that it accounts for elevation. I don't know what all it does or doesn't account for, but after our Colorado trip in the summer, we know it accounts for elevation. So that gets us home at 9:53 with 2 more stops after that. This is at the Harley-Davidson dealership in Kodak or Sevierville.
It gets us home at 9:45.
I'm sorry, 9:45. 9 hours and 52 more minutes. Is that what it means?
Yes.
I'll figure this out eventually. And then Williamsburg, Kentucky for 19 minutes. So yeah, we'll see if we have to make any more stops besides that. Hopefully not. Hi there, welcome to Saluda, North Carolina. We decided to stop here instead of Asheville. Asheville's a little bit off the beaten path, and it's kind of confusing with the interstates there, so we're just going to stop here instead. This is a Duke Energy site. They use the Shell Recharge app, so we are on number 2. And I'm going to plug in here. Okay, start charge. Hey, insufficient wallet balance. Cool.
Oh, do you have to preload?
Apparently. Purchase $10. Great. Available credit, okay. Man. Okay, station 2. No, what station ID is that? Because there's 1 and 2 on each one.
Oh, this one says 54308.
Oh, 8, okay, and then this is, so which one is? Oh, not the Chatham, 54308. Start charge. Okay, vehicle has started charging. Clicks. We should probably talk just for a minute about our stop in Columbia. We ate at Cairo's, a Mediterranean place. Took a little bit of time there. The charge went fine at the Walmart, but we decided to have a nice lunch, and so that delayed us. Yeah, let's see how much we need to charge here to be able to get to Knoxville. Kodak at the Harley-Davidson dealer. That's going to be the next stop. But this seems to be working okay. Again, we've been having issues. The car just isn't warm enough to get the full charge. This is 31%, so it should be charging faster than 74. No preconditioning. So the battery temp right now is 84 degrees, so it should be doing faster than that, I would think. Well, let's see. Let's look at this. Okay. Dynamic charging limit 367 amps. 200, yeah, so it is the charger. We're not getting the full beans from the charger in this particular instance, because it can go up to 600 amps, or excuse me, 363 amps. We're only getting 201 amps, so I can't blame it on preconditioning this time. We were climbing some mountains, so that probably warmed it up. Okay, we're charging here at Saluda, and we chose poorly. Looking at PlugShare, you can see that these Duke Energy chargers are limited to 200 amps, and that's about 75 kilowatts, and that's exactly what we're getting. The car says through the OBD scanner, my scanner app, capable of accepting 600 amps, so it could go 3 times faster than this. So yeah, so we thought we were going to save some time and not go to the EA in Asheville, and I don't think that's the case. There is traffic, a couple accidents, so maybe those will clear out by the time we are finished here. So yeah, we're definitely going to see how much more we need to get to Sevierville or Kodak and go from there. A little disappointing, actually. Been an interesting afternoon, to say the least. So we were on our way to Asheville, or through it. We were hoping to bypass it, and the computer, the navigation in the car said it would take, there's a 2-hour or 3-hour delay, something ridiculous. So we ended up going to the Asheville Electrify America and topping off. Literally, we charged almost 100%. And now we are taking a back road. It's 25 through North Carolina. Really kind of cool road, to say the least. And our next stop, it will be, next charging stop is in Williamsburg at the EA, at the Walmart there. So it's been kind of, hurry up and wait in some respects, but this is just as you can see, an absolutely beautiful ride. I'm going to slow down a little bit. And the car's getting amazing efficiency. We're between 3.7 and 4 miles per kilowatt hour going up and down these hills. And so it's now saying we'll get home at 11:31 p.m. And we left around, was it after 9?
It's around 9.
Around 9. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't been like an ideal sort of fast charging situation. The Duke charger was a mistake, but that wasn't, it all ended up fine. We have a deep charge in Asheville. We're going to be able to easily make it to Williamsburg, Kentucky, and then home from there. So I guess it's about the journey, right? How much it costs? Special details. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh well, that's the fastest charge we've seen. 121 kilowatts. Cool. Yeah.
So when we left Beaufort Monday morning, knowing that we were going to try to do the drive all in one day, we had an estimated arrival of maybe 9:30 p.m., which would have been a long day. But as you know, we hit some traffic delays around Asheville. which then gave us an estimated arrival time of 11:30. But there was one more mishap that was in store for us. So let's tell you about that.
We last left you, we left the Ultium station, which is the Pilot Flying J EVgo partnership in Williamsburg, Kentucky. We had dinner there. We got switched drivers. I've been driving the whole way, and she decided to take over at that point.
Yeah, so I was intending to drive the rest of the way home. We left Williamsburg. So about 30 miles later, just outside of London, Kentucky, I was in the center lane, and there was a whole retread tire in my lane, and I tried to swerve to avoid it, but by the time I did that maneuver, I did clip the retread tire. At first, we were alarmed that perhaps we had a flat tire, that we had damaged the car in some way, so I immediately got into the right lane as soon as I could safely, and we exited and assessed the damage.
So I think she was a little hard on herself right after the fact, messing up her new car, but I think she actually did better than she realizes, because she almost missed the entire thing. She didn't overcorrect. Obviously, we're being safe and looking for traffic. You don't just automatically start swerving. And it's interesting, as foreshadowing, earlier that day I had someone who did the same thing. There was something in their lane, and then they moved and almost hit me. So I don't know if that was fresh in her mind or not, but I think you did a great job avoiding it. And so yeah, I mean, we're not happy that it happened by any means. I'm not sure why that's legal in this country. Write down in the comments below if in Europe or other countries they are permitted to repair and retread tractor trailer tires. But yeah, all in all, no one was hurt. That's the most important thing. The car didn't receive major damage. You can see here that it looks worse than it actually is, and the car handled it like a champ. So we pulled over to Walmart, and we're going to try to make some repairs. When we got out and looked, we saw that the trim piece was sort of flapping in the wind. So like any good, redneck, we went and got some duct tape and paint stir sticks, which you might be able to see from this video. But yeah, so we basically taped it back together. The most important thing for us was that it wouldn't be rubbing the tire. We didn't want a flat. That was our number one concern, was having a flat. We obviously in the ID.4 does not come with a spare, unfortunately. So we would be waiting for a tow truck, and we would be getting home considerably later. So that was our principal concern, is just like making it to where we can get to home and to reach out to our dealership and figure out like what the repairs and the extent of the damage. We didn't have any warning lights, so we know that the parking sensors weren't damaged. So we drove very slowly. We stopped a couple of times to make sure that the fix held, but indeed it did. And in fact, as I said, we used paint stir sticks to kind of support the inside of the fender, because how that is supported is to the bottom, and so since it didn't have that support, it was sort of flapping in the wind, and we wanted not to rub the tire. So we went very slow on the way home, stopped a couple times to check it held beautifully. Actually, it is still holding to this day. It's been some time afterwards. So yeah, our baby got damaged, but everybody's safe, and we were able to get an estimate for the repairs as well. So we did that. As soon as we got back the next day, we had a day off, and it's under $500. All in all, I think it's probably the best outcome for hitting something like that. If you think about it, it could have been much worse.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And even though it was upsetting in the moment, all is well. It was an incredibly long day. We got home about 1:30 in the morning. So not our best trip, I would say, but everyone is safe, and that's what matters. If you haven't already, we would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.